of the transparency systems that exist today all have the same fundamental limitation, and that's that they can only verify what they're told, even the most sophisticated digital technology out there. So when inaccurate information enters that system at any point, the inaccuracy is carried forward. At Oritain, we test the raw material itself, and we can do that at any point, from the cotton bulb all the way through to finished garment. And we're testing what Mother Nature has put there, the unique chemical fingerprint within the cotton itself, proving beyond reasonable doubt the true provenance. So what we're seeing is more and more brands and manufacturers are actively approaching Oritain, wanting to take control of their own verification story and being able to prove the provenance of raw materials. We have an influx of inbounds coming to us every day from brands that are seeking certainty. And that's the one thing that's very, very difficult to achieve at the moment in complex cotton supply chains. So I really see forensic chemistry becoming a standard practice. And already we're seeing people from all over the globe starting to look to this forensic testing to become the standard for really understanding the truth of what's at the heart of their supply chains. Well, our approach to this issue is the same as it is with all other brands. So we base our testing on the brand's sourcing decisions and their sourcing policies. So whatever regions they do not want to have, which is against their sourcing policy, we will be able to conduct forensic testing to see where within the supply chain that banned entity or restricted quantity cotton is actually entering the system. So what Oritain does, way beyond the testing itself, where we are very proud of our forensic testing and our one lab across the globe is of the very highest quality. But actually, what we find the most important thing is how our account managers and service delivery teams work collectively with both brands and manufacturers to understand where this cotton is entering supply chains and then be able to rectify that. We really encourage our brands and manufacturers to work in very close collaboration. At Oritain, we provide a result, we don't provide a judgment, and we much prefer to work collectively to understand where restricted materials may be entering the supply chain and then understand how we can prevent that happening. And we do this through a rigorous protocol of ongoing testing, because we know that things change every day. Sourcing decisions change based on price, based on availability, based on the volumes of orders. So consistent testing over time we find to be the very safest way to protect your supply chains and therefore your reputation. And it's really going to be based on the brand's expectations and consumer expectations. So cotton trading is incredibly complex. Even the sea routes and the shipment routes have been hugely impacted and disrupted over the past few years. The issues that we have with different taxation classes within different countries causes pricing disparity throughout the market. And of course, what's happening climatically is affecting cotton yields for the growers in different countries. This all leads to a lot of uncertainty and a lot of complication within the cotton industry. So I think what we'll see more and more is the brands leveraging their buying power to insist in certain cotton practices. Now, a lot of that will be linked to ESG and sustainability, because we know that investor capital is now directly related to these factors, and therefore the brands absolutely have to pay attention. And equally, we know that consumers have expectation in these areas, that sustainability and traceability just becomes common practice for all the brands and retailers. And that pressure will pass down through the supply chain. So ultimately, we will have to comply. But actually, if we think about this in terms of doing the right thing for both people and our planet, I think we can all align and agree that these things are important and we can work collectively to make them happen.